Well, hello everybody. What is today? Today is Wednesday, I do believe. When you work for yourself, you kind of have the days all run together. Hope you having a wonderful Wednesday. As you come on the live with me here today, let me know who you are, where you're watching from, and all that stuff. This is my second day in a row doing a live video. Let me make sure my audio is working good. There we go. We are live and on the Facebook and interwebs. All right, so I named this video only 48 hours left. Actually, there's a little bit more than 48 hours left to do this with Bitcoin, and I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about, but it won't be till the end of the video. So you got to hang out with me for the next few minutes, but I'm going to show you what to do. But this is what I'm talking about, all right? I'm talking about in there's a little more than 48 hours, we have some amazingness happening. And what is that? Let me share my screen and share with you exactly what I'm talking about. It's the Bitcoin halving clock in 2 days, 6 hours, 13 minutes, and 53, 52, 51 seconds. So what is this, right? What is the Bitcoin halving, and why do you need to care about this? Well, the Bitcoin halving, right, which again happens in 2 days and 6 hours, like I said, a little more than 48 hours away, ladies and gentlemen, is right here. This is what this all means, okay? So Bitcoin by itself, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do a little bit of not training, but a little bit of education here today. Again, you guys all know that I've been doing this for over 7 years, and I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. I was giving you info, right? Trying to help you kind of understand what is happening, right? And why you should, right, take this next step that I'm going to talk to you about here in a second. So Bitcoin by itself and the way that it was set up is inherently what's called deflationary. And vice versa, the US dollar or pretty much any fiat currency around the world is inflationary, right? We hear about the interest rates going up. Trust me, if you have credit card debt, you know that the interest rates have gone up over the last 4 years, especially here in the US. But a Bitcoin, right, it actually has a mechanism in there called the halving, and that reduces the supply. So back in 2009, every 10 minutes, right, which is about how long it takes to do what's called a Bitcoin block, every 10 minutes, about 50 Bitcoin were mined. So this is what the rewards were, right, for the Bitcoin miners back in 2009, right? And every 4 years this happens, right? Because it has a certain, like I said, a certain clock that I just showed you. 2012, that went from 50, the rewards for Bitcoin miners went from 50 down to 25, right? 2016 went down to 12.5. 2020 went down to 6.5. And 2024, in 2 days, just a little bit over, the reward for mining Bitcoin goes down to 3.125. So just back in 2009, it was 50, and now it's 3.125. So what does that matter? Well, if we look at history, guys, will history repeat itself? Now, there is no guarantee of anything, right? This cycle is actually a little bit different because we've hit new all-time highs before the halving, right? Before, in every other cycle, we haven't hit all-time highs before the halving, but I'm going to show you one of the reasons for that happening. But every single time we had this, and again, just look back at history, right, is to try to look at what's going to happen possibly in the future. Again, there's no guarantee of money, guys. You've got to come in, you got to learn it, you got to go through this process. But the point is every single time this has happened, right, Bitcoin price has appreciated over the next year and a half or so. So is that going to happen again? We're going to have to find out. But I tell you what, if you are not in the game, you're going to find out that it's probably going to have left you behind at that point. But again, totally up to you. So will history repeat itself? We'll have to find out. So one of the reasons, right, this is actually the previous halvings and what's happened in the Bitcoin chart. Right now, you do have a little bit of time. Historically, what happens, and I want to make sure I make this really clear. Historically, what happens when the Bitcoin halving happens is not like, okay, the halving's here, right? The price is going to start shooting up immediately. You usually have a little bit of time, right, before that next leg up happens. Just the way that it's happened, historically. Okay, because again, you guys know that I trade, and I'm I've looked at charts for years and years and years, and I'm a student of that history. So you have a little bit of time, right, to do what I'm going to talk about at the end. So, but why is this different? Why is this different here today? And I kind of alluded to it a little bit. It's because of this. It's because of this. BlackRock Bitcoin ETF inflows climbed to the 5th highest. Actually, this is actually an old article, right? It actually has eclipsed that. It is the fastest growing ETF in the history of ETFs, right? So 5th highest among all ETFs in 2024. And then BlackRock leads Bitcoin ETF with record inflows. And this was just last month, right? So this is the reason that it's different, because the supply, here's the deal. To think about this logically, the supply is going down. By the way, Bitcoin, in case you don't know this, can only have 21 million Bitcoin. That's it, right? Unlike the US dollar or the euro or the pound, right? Or whatever currency where you live, where they can turn the printing presses on, right? Like crazy. Bitcoin is the opposite. Bitcoin has a finite supply, 21 million. And by the way, in case you didn't know this, over 19 million have already been mined. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. So you have that, add in the BlackRock, right, phenomena, where people, and by the way, there's a brand new, I talked about it yesterday, right? There's a brand new ETF in Hong Kong, Bitcoin ETF, brand new ETF coming out in Australia, other ETFs on Solana, other ETFs on Ethereum, XRP, they've been talking about doing things of that nature. So the reality, guys, is that supply is going, right, at a finite level. The amount of rewards is going down in 2 days. So what are the possibilities? Okay, once again, I talked about it yesterday. The biggest financial players, the biggest banks in the world are buying this like crazy, right? Absolutely nuts what is going on. But you have a little bit of time. So what do you need to do now? Well, number one, right, send me a message and I'm going to help you out, because I want you to understand that this is about educating yourself. Okay, I just gave you a brief overview of what's happening in a couple of days. But you have to take that next step. And what's the next step? Learning, right? Learning. Again, I am not a financial advisor, guys. I'm not here to give you, trades specifically and things of that nature. What I'm here to do is I want to help you to learn so that you can go through this process and this next leg up, if that happens, right, with us. So now is the time to start to learn. And where's the best place to learn it? Right freaking here, right? Start learning this today. We have amazing educators in the company that I've been with since 2017 called I Am Mastery Academy. Right now, look at all these people that are live teaching and showing you about crypto. Right now, look at all these educators. And on top of that, oh my gosh, right? And again, I showed it yesterday. Look at all of the awesomeness, right, that is here, and where you can learn about what does this all mean? How can you benefit from it? On top of that, and I showed this to you yesterday. If you missed the video yesterday, go in my timeline and watch the video yesterday. We have the SwipeCoin app, which you can get trade ideas, right? I have analysis right there on your phone. It is right here, right? And obviously, like I said before, I've been doing this for 7 years. Now is the time. If you haven't done it yet, oh my gosh, what are you waiting for? Don't let this pass you by. Don't allow yourself, right, to be next year, right, in April or 2025 or 2026 and being like, man, I should have listened to Jason. I should have learned what this is. Now, again, you're going to do what you want to do. This is all dependent on you. But here's what I can tell you. This is the best platform to learn, not YouTube. If you go in there, you're going to be all kinds of confused. We have people that are vetted right here, right, to teach you exactly what to do. And they'll also give you ideas on what they are looking at. Again, we have some of the best educators in the world. So what do you need to do? I said in the beginning of this video, right? Let me actually come back out of here. I said the beginning of this video, right, that you're going to have something to do. Only 48 hours left to do this. And that is to start learning. By the way, if you're here and you're watching the video, say hello if you're here live. Start learning, right? Start learning. Start the learning process, right? I gave you a little bit of knowledge today on the halving. Obviously, as we go through this next leg up, as I talk about this next bull run, right? Which is, again, there is no guarantee in any of this, guys. But here's what I can guarantee: if you don't do anything, right, nothing's going to change. So if you want something to change, you need to have that mindset change first. So what's the next step? If you want to start learning about crypto, if you want to start finding out how to get on that bus, right? Because again, the biggest players in the world are doing it. You think you might want to learn about it? Send me a message or comment right here in this video. Like Simon just said, knowledge is power. Absolutely, brother. Right? And even better, applied knowledge is power. So it's time to apply that knowledge, time to get in here and start the process. And by the way, if you have no interest in crypto, that's absolutely fine. We'll teach you how to trade Forex. We'll teach you how to trade stocks. We'll teach you how to trade indices. We'll teach you how to trade commodities, whatever you want to do, right? It's just right now, Bitcoin and the halving coming up, and like I said, about 2 days is where I am focused right now. Obviously, as you guys all know, I've been trading Forex for over half a decade, 7 years plus. So awesome stuff. Okay, that's it for me today. If you want more information on how you can start learning, either comment right here on this video or send me a private message. If you're watching this on one of my team members' pages, because they can share it as well, just get back in touch with them and they'll be happy to direct you exactly the same as I would as well. And I'll be here to help you in addition. All right, that is it. Don't let this time pass you by. You don't want to look back and be kicking yourself because you didn't take action. Send me a message or obviously, like I said, comment in this video and I'll get you over the details. We'll have a conversation, no pressure. Whether you do, whether you don't, I'm going to love you anyway. Speaking of loving you, God loves you without a shadow of a doubt. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Appreciate you, everybody. Let's do this together. Until next time, bye for now.